Coexist in time.
0. Hi. This is another podcast. I don't know which one it is.
I'll check. Hold on.
Someone check. Anyway,
Don't talk. Spoiling who the guests are.
Yeah,
Oh.
we have a bunch of people.
It's in the
this time.
title.
Shut up. A bunch of people this time. It's been a while since I've done one because no one has the time to do it.
It's episode 9.
9? Episode 9. Okay, so there's me, Leeg, Sam, Purp.
Hi.
Purp's muted. So yeah.
Done.
Then there's Lachlan.
Hey.
And there's our guests, Gabe, GoodGuh.
Hi.
I is Cheesecake.
What? I've never been called that in a long time.
And Minetwon.
Yo, what up, Hum Slice?
Easy, what's good?
Okay. So.
Our last podcast was released on January 8th, apparently. So
5 months ago.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Oh, hope you had a good Easter season.
When was it?
January 8th.
Hope you had a fruitful spring. And
Yeah,
lots
fun.
of,
Happy Easter, happy
Okay, what
Valentine's
hype?
Day, happy St. Patrick's Day,
yeah, that too. For
happy
the
Leif
Irish.
Erikson Day. I'm sure that's in there
Over
somewhere.
6 months, lol.
Happy Mother's Day.
Wow.
Black History
Father's
Month.
Day.
Father's Day is tomorrow, Sam.
Yeah, I hope y'all had a
I'm
good Black History
Happy
Month.
birthday.
Depends who it's to.
Congratulations.
And
Best wishes.
last but not
Congrats
least,
on graduating.
salutations. Right? Yeah.
I'll miss you.
No, we
I'm
didn't
sorry
miss
for
you.
your loss.
Happy anniversary.
Alright, we got that all out the way.
Alright, yeah. Perfect. So.
Okay.
Alright, this
We forgot
week.
Memorial Day. Let's salute the troops.
I'm not gonna say, I'm not
Let's
gonna
say
say
this
this week.
This
Because it's not gonna
podcast.
happen again. This time, we have really shitty topics, but we're gonna make them fun. Alright, so the first
We
one
had a
is,
good discussion about them. Now they're just gonna go terribly.
So we first one on this list here is the competition in UHC, and weird. I mean, today is the famous UHC Mundial Day, June 17th. And basically there's like this. I think it was $1,000 prize, which we all thought was retarded.
Yeah.
I mean, I
no
don't know what
no
this
sense.
is, so I'll let you guys have
Okay,
this
so
one.
basically UHC Mundial is this really overdone
Microphone muted.
round where it's been
Microphone
like
activated.
85 prequels to this final thing, and basically it's supposed to be like the best players in the world,
And
and they all represent certain countries. Excuse me.
And it is, to be fair.
Yeah, but it's like all the best players and they all represent their countries, and the winning player or team, I don't know how that's gonna work.
It's
The
an
winner
FFA.
is gonna-
It's an FFA.
It's an FFA. I thought it was a fucking team game. The winning player gets $1,000, 1 rack. That makes
Dang.
no sense at all.
What is this? I like to lick toes, damn.
Alright, so here's why I don't think it's a good idea. There's way too much randomness in a UHC. Like, it's way too open for things that don't involve skill to happen. They're
Yeah.
kinda, like, basically, the chances that the person who gets out $1,000 deserves it are really low. Too many
Yeah.
variables.
Who's currently?
Well, actually, right now it's the final fight between Pacoima and J-Dego Darren.
Oh, of course. Pacoima has a chance to win $1,000. Awesome dude.
What does
great person.
Bitcoin have? I know J-Deck doesn't have any
Yeah,
heads.
full diamond.
Feeling was, not trying to spoil
Uh,
anything, but
Fuck, I don't know.
yeah, I just kind of want to know.
J-Dego
who
Darren's like gonna win, it looks like.
Oh yeah, J-Dego Darren's a
Well,
pretty
that-
solid person, it seems. I'm okay with that. The fact that someone
player.
like Pacoima has a chance to win $1,000
Who
for
is that?
being good at UHC. He's some NA guy. He's a complete
Yeah, he's really
fucking
good.
cock.
Also, a
He's
lot
good
of
at the
people
game.
make more money otherwise than winning this. like I'm sure a payday, like a regular payday from one of these streamers, is probably more consistent than a thousand for leading up to this. I mean, it's like a bonus prize, but like a lot of these guys make $1,000 playing already.
Yeah,
the fact is that like I know it's supposed to be the best players of like each country, but these aren't even the best players of each country. Like, all right, I'm not gonna roast anyone, but for example, like someone like Evan DeCamor, he probably definitely does not belong in this, but he is like if you're gonna have a round that's supposed to be representing of like probably the best players of each country, you should actually get the best players of each country, because for Minecraft $1,000 prize pool is like actually like that's a lot of money for like, Minecraft.
Like, for the Kemmler's case, I guess he was representing Israel.
Yeah.
There's really good players.
Yeah, Reb High was in it for Israel too. He's really good.
Reb High, there's like
I like to both,
Radical
yeah.
and shit.
I don't mean any hate to any of these players, but like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like they're not actually the
It's
best.
not a personal attack, it's an attack of how good they are at a silly game, but
yeah.
I mean, in the first
Okay.
place, they weren't gonna win, so like it shouldn't, like it's kind of irrelevant. But like at the same
Yeah,
time, it's like,
JD
why
won,
did
by
these
the way.
people? They did okay. Congrats to him. Happy Pokemon didn't win because he's a degenerate.
moving
Yeah.
on, brother.
Yeah.
But
But
the
it
way
just-
I see
Go ahead.
Okay, so the way I see it is like these UHC things are more entertainment than competitive, because that's like why they have all these prequels like the UHC Elite, NA, and SA, and everything like that. And you see teams on UHC on air, and some of them are just like entertainer teams. Like someone like Lawless Alex or something. Like he's not in there for the PvP, he's in there for entertainment.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's why you have people like Shadow Apples like towering and stuff, because UHC is for entertainment for the viewers. It's like too random to be super competitive.
Yeah. It's, like I don't know. There's like the Marky the Kuraz clips that we were watching earlier. Like he like PvE logged, I guess. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
with
he
that.
did.
Did he like get DQ'd?
Well,
or did-
he was slain by someone. That clip didn't really show it, but he got
poisoned
slain.
by a cave spider. Once.
Saying that,
Oh.
same like what you said, League, about it's too random to be competitive and stuff like that. I do agree that like randomness shouldn't be competitive, but it is in like in other games. Like take like Hearthstone for example. That's like probably 60% luck, more than that maybe, and that's like a very very highly like competitive game. And there's tournaments and stuff.
Well, so is poker.
I actually kind of have to disagree with the luck part, because like I see like in all of these rounds I see like the same people win, so like it's luck in a sense, but like I mean most of the time like the same people win, so
You can do things to
I
keep
think
it
it's
I know
like
what you mean.
consistent though.
There's always
Yeah.
one
Some-
good player that gets fucked over though.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
good
that's what I was
players
about to
do
bring
just
up.
get completely fucked over by something out of their control, and that is just pure luck.
Also, the $1,000 could have just been to lure these guys in, which makes sense. It's smart to do.
the exposure is worth a lot more for who's hosting
Yeah.
this bad line. Yeah.
And saying $1,000 is on the line gets a lot more viewers too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's smart to do, but it's kind of silly at the same time. Like I want to make it clear that I see that part of it. Like I see the business part of it. I know it's a smart thing to do. I'm not saying it's silly because it's just because it's some stupid game and they're all. That's for any game, but like it's smart to do. But this game, the medium they're doing it over is a bit odd to me. Like I never saw it as something that should be this competitive. Maybe.
Yeah, like I don't doubt that there's actually like a pretty big prize for it, but that is a good way to describe it. The like just trying more viewers, because like League was saying, it is more entertainment than actual competition. Like something like CS or Overwatch or like Rocket League is like way more competitive because it's actually made to be a competitive game.
Yeah.
Than UHC. UHC wasn't made to be competitive. Like
And
as
I'm-
I'm sure as everyone knows. I mean,
I'm
like
sure the $1,000 they're
esport
putting on the line
competitive.
made up by saying there's $1,000.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Kind of
like
give it more
Fiasco is trying.
clout. Like people are like, oh, there's actually a huge prize for this. Maybe we should watch it. Maybe it'll actually be competitive. And then people realize it's like, oh, this dude can just find the fire aspect but win the game. So
like Fiasco was saying, like it's obviously like a competition, but it's not like esports level competitive. Because in a sandbox game like Minecraft, there's like other modes that would be a lot better for like an esports type environment. Like I know we were talking about earlier, and Gabe brought up like OCN type team things, like capture the wool and stuff, and that'll kind of take out like caving and stuff, and that makes it more about like strategy and PvP.
There's also like speed runs and shit where people use specific seeds and things that like just take out pretty much all of the like luck of where things are.
And there's SG where people know chess routes, which eliminates some randomness as well.
Yeah.
SG is even better than UHC, but it got so oversaturated.
Oh yeah.
Like it was so oversaturated, it kind of died before it got a chance to be what UHC is.
Well, yeah, I think the major issue is that if you're gonna do anything else like competitive, you need the backing by the people with subscribers, like the YouTubers that have a lot of subscribers, and UHC already has the backing by so many larger channels that it's kind of easy to have an event like a UHC event, and you're somewhat guaranteed to get views because you have these big names. And with OCN tournaments, you're not really guaranteed that.
Yeah, because they're not like there for the entertainment value. They're more there for like actually being competitive. So that's why even that kind of sucks, because it is a better competitive version of the game. Like it's not gonna get as much exposure because like there's just a bunch of people that are just good at the game, not trying to entertain the crowd and everything.
And Huawei didn't play UHC, which is like, it seems minor when I say it, but that meant a lot for UHC. I felt it to where it is.
Yeah, that Huawei and Gallifrey, like, I don't even know how long ago that was at this point. Probably 2 years.
2 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was big.
About how just being someone who played UHC before and after, it was night and day.
Yeah,
and
like,
Badland also didn't back. Like, Badland was far more ambitious than OCN was. People don't realize. Like OCN's management didn't have the business idea. They still saw it as a bit of a small community, you know. It eventually died out, and I'm not going to go into that, but Badland saw it as more of a, they wanted to make it large scale, they wanted to make profit off it, they wanted to be the best at it, which drove UHC to the forefront, because that's what they did, and that's what kind of, that's what they brought up.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's just a, what is this?
It's all about the people powering it. It's not about how good the game is. Like, if there's enough people following something, then, I mean, maybe it is good, but that's besides the point. Like, if enough people, it eventually gets to this point.
You wanna move on then?
Righty-roo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Kind of leading along with what we just said there, like at the end, like how much has changed since like 2015ish, whenever that stuff started happening. There's been like a big change in culture in general. So you wanna go in depth on that one, or want me to explain it? What we were saying about it?
Can you elaborate a bit on like what like change in culture means? Like, is that like a change in like the game modes hosted, or is that just like a change in
Definition
attitude
of
game?
culture.
Attitude more. I mean, it's obviously the game modes should have changed, but this, I guess that could be considered the culture.
They go hand in hand.
The attitude
No,
was like,
the pop culture in music decided in highlights has changed.
Yeah. From a happy little guitar jingle to that's don't like
From EDM to rap.
Yeah.
The culture of UHC.
It went from
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that's what that topic meant. So
That's
you
a
guys
good
talk
point,
about
though. It
this.
went from like frame of mind to mind state.
Frame of mind was never. That was always a meme.
I know.
It was never taken seriously.
It was.
it was right about
Yeah.
Rampage liked that song.
I want to see the culture go into a more country phase. I think it will.
Okay, then I'll
Anyway.
do that.
Alright. But
young Leeg thug.
That's me.
Yeah, so we were more discussing like the attitude of people. Like a lot of people thought that the community was always happy smiles and rainbows. Like it was probably a little bit more friendly back in the day, but
Yeah.
now it's like generally more accepted to be like a little toxic.
But
And it's
generally, like that's what happens when a game becomes more competitive.
Yeah.
People just have like,
Yeah, like if you get more competitive, like UFC is good, and then obviously people are gonna take it more seriously and be bigger assholes about it. So that's definitely changed a lot. Like, feel like quirky videos where you're just trying to be a super nice guy in the games and do funny goof ups and shit. Those aren't gonna be as popular as like a 20 kill highlights anymore, and that kind of.
What's wrong with the UHC goof up?
But
UHC
yeah, like,
goof.
people saw this as more of a pastime than a game that they wanted to win. Like the winning and losing matters more, and there's more emotion behind each side of that now than there was.
Like it's
More accepted.
People kind of understand, well, like getting irritated when you die. It's just like it's not like, oh, that guy's just a salty salt bucket now. XD hard. It's like
Salty
it's like they're just like pissed off because like they had a chance to win and then they lose. It's kind of stupid. Like the overall attitude has changed a pretty good amount, I would say.
I guess some people just got tired of running into creepers and pretending to be scared.
Yeah.
I mean, creepers are pretty scary. Have you seen that Dylan the Snake guy?
Ooh,
Why?
good die to a creeper
Anyways,
in
it's a
R9
lot.
10.
It's a lot more. It's more real. Like that
Well-
word's overused, but people don't hide what they feel anymore. They're not like, haha, look at this one. I'm gonna post it on the Reddit. I'll get a couple upvotes and
More
smile.
100.
yeah, I agree with that,
It's-
Lachlan. Actually,
Yeah, it's more like people care more, and people also it makes sense because if you're gonna spend your time like an hour or whatever, you might as well try to win, and like there's more consequence because there's no point. And if you don't take it seriously, you move on, which also is kind of leading into like all those people kind of left.
Yeah.
well, it's because
Yeah.
I think like 2 years ago, like UHC was a lot different game than it was like right now. And, like not in the sense like the gameplay and stuff, but like just like the attitude. So like 2 years ago, people play the game. I think like from what I've heard from a lot of people, they played the game just like there's like a ladder in UHC, right? There's like you wanna like try to climb up, be like I don't know, in a sense like the most elitist, right? Have the most team speaks, and like nowadays it's just like like the competitive factor is just like winning the game. It's not really like trying to climb up that ladder. Like in slave markets, going for like
10 diamonds.
yeah, like
It's
10
huge.
diamonds was like huge for like
Was.
someone's ego, but like nowadays, like who really cares, right?
I like
Ego's
that,
more of
though,
a
because
win and lose thing.
I like the fact that it is more like an actual competitive climb to the top instead of a social climb. Like just because you were super funny and quirky doesn't mean you're gonna be like a well-known player in the community. It's like being good actually means something.
I think that came from like Bad Lion though, like that. I think that stemmed from Bad Lion, where before it was a lot of people got popular because of the videos that they made or how long they were in the community. Was that like a
Wait,
clown?
That was me.
Wait, what'd you say?
I've had my mic muted half this time because of stupid background noise, and then my dad's phone's just gone off.
What was that?
What
This
just
is fun.
My
just
my
happened?
dad got a text, and it's like, yeah, the noise you heard was the alert for it.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm lucky you missed most of the background noise. I'm used to it. I'm good at pressing my microphone mute hotkey.
Alright, anyways, what was Purp saying?
I said
Sorry.
that it like changed from like whoever made the best videos or whoever has been in the community the longest to whoever's best at the game or whoever you like to talk to.
Yeah, it hasn't swung all the way over yet either. I want to make that clear. Like, it's not all the way that way. And how cool you are to talk to is still an important factor, but everyone's on their set group. No one's trying to climb to the top of the community, because, I mean, people are right when they say the
Well,
community is
some
not existent. Yeah, I know
it's,
what you
it's,
mean.
it's still present, but
But people,
Not as
like,
much.
people are already kind of set in stone where they are. Like, people aren't going to cross over much. And they're not going to, Like, I'm not gonna use this to springboard into the next realm of TeamSpeaks I can get. Like, I'm happy here. A lot of people are already happy where they are, and that's why they're staying where they are. If they're not, they leave, and that's a important thing. Like, it's a filter of attitudes, kind of. It's natural selection almost.
And when like these older players that try to leave the community, they still act like they have any influence over anything, which we tried segmenting too earlier. But I think that'd be a good jumping point into the next topic of
Yeah, the teen
like,
moms of the community.
yeah.
Shout out to y'all. You know who you are.
The influences of old players on the current like meta. I hate that word, but the current meta.
It's like not even the
Metal.
old players either. Well, it is the old players for sure, but it's also like players who don't like
Who don't
they don't even play.
Yeah.
When people use the term meta to describe UHC, I think it's incredibly cringy because it's not even like accurate to what
There
they're
ain't no
trying to
better
say.
word, though.
Do you have a word?
It is meta. I don't disagree with that word.
Yeah.
I think.
I just hate the word
Obviously.
itself.
Yeah,
It makes
I know.
sense, but
Oh shit.
I mean-
it's just not a good word.
That's gonna be.
I was-
I just don't like it because of the meme.
Yeah, I was introduced to it from the H-Man, and it made sense from him, so I've used it on.
I'm trying to think of a
Okay,
better
but-
word.
Shout out to you, buddy, if you're watching.
Like, do
Probably
you
are.
like the meta?
I am.
Do
Yeah.
you like a meta?
How about
Oh,
how about
Is better.
how
If I
about
think the top
the
fandom, I like
the
meta.
orthodox?
Everyone who I see complaining about the meta
This
is
ain't
always
a
like people
church,
who I
but-
never see win.
Yeah.
I could see that not being fun for them, and I could see why they want to change it, but
Change yourself.
yeah, maybe you should
Yeah,
figure out
the
changing
world
yourself.
does not revolve around you.
If you want to be
Really?
good, you put in enough hours, and you'll become good eventually. Despite
No,
what kind of
like
computer
it's
you
honestly,
have,
I
like-
don't like Minecraft. It's not like a mechanically difficult game, and UHC is based around luck and like, I guess game sense, if you want to call it that.
Also,
But-
if
Sense
you
is
wanna,
big.
if you wanna actually like get better at PvP and like just PvP, fight people. Fight people that are better than you.
Don't run.
Don't run. Don't wall. Don't dig down.
Efficiency
Just
is improved.
fight.
If you want to win, don't listen to Sam. Dig down, run away.
Is
Just
that the,
fight,
is that
and
the spongy
eventually
Yeah.
lasers
you
of
will
the
get
EU
better.
community?
Yeah, you get
also-
stuck in a loop. Like,
The biggest thing that you can do is
The
don't
catch-22.
complain about being bad at the game. Just get better.
it's
Yeah.
a catch-22 though. Like, people don't fight because they can't fight, and they can't fight because they don't fight, and then we won't stop, and we can't stop, and that's how it is.
That
Like,
was almost a
Always
song.
on the roll.
Jesus.
Spitting bars. We got MC DJ Lock out here.
I go to Mars to spit bars. You fill in the blank.
Well, I wonder who stole that.
What?
Hmm.
Pardon?
Anyway.
Oh yeah, that's a good segue too. NASA. So, anyways, I know
Okay.
like we were talking about the people who hang around in there, and like the ones who kind of like try to be policemen of the community. Like I'm kind of backtracking here to what we were talking about just now earlier, but these people who uninstall the game and leave, and then come back and their piece.
They say they uninstall the game, but
Yeah, these
What?
dudes tweet out every
Mhm.
day about like current topics, and they're like,
Yeah.
"I quit, I quit."
And
We
we
That was-
haven't-
haven't hit on that hard enough. Like, that is so obnoxious.
You
yeah.
guys. UHC
Hey,
is
Sam.
cool, but have you tried literally anything else? By the way,
Okay.
here's all
I
my
wonder where I've heard that
RRs.
one before.
Here's all my RRs, and I played
I,
UHC today.
I
and
killed him
won.
in the UHC.
No, I just don't
Yeah,
understand
like-
people. They're like, I'm leaving the community. Then you check their Twitter in their bio. It's like RRs, and then there's like 20 of them.
Yeah,
You're
it's
leaving the community, baby.
people don't know that like just because you don't play the game doesn't mean you're not in the community. If you're in TeamSpeak like with someone who plays, the community reaches you. You don't reach it, kind of.
I think
man.
the best way to leave the community is you go to your close friends, you say I'm leaving, and then they're like, okay, see you guys, I'm leaving.
And then you just go ghost.
Yeah, and then you go,
Get the fuck
go away.
out. Never come back.
Well,
You know, you can
come
take
back
the
if you
player
want.
out of the community, but you can't take the community out of the player.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
you can take the community to water, but it doesn't mean they're gonna drink that idea. So it's really not gonna work.
The worst kinds are the ones who leave the community then tweet about Pokemon. Those are the worst.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No subtweet.
No subtweet, only correct. No subliminals. I'll be back in a little bit.
Hey, if you
And
want
I'm
someone from the
okay
community
if
in
I'm okay if
Pokemon,
you leave, but like, don't say you did if you didn't. Be honest with yourself and don't use it as a status thing. Like people who, as we said earlier, were trying to climb the social ranks and whatever, are still doing it because they're using quitting the game to be above other people.
Yeah.
Like they're treating it like it's a game. Like they quit the
Minecraft is a
UHC
game.
game and then they play the social game and who's better than who. Like you're like a, I don't know. I'm not going to use the analogy I thought of, but like it doesn't make sense to me.
All just one big game of Survivor.
Like
Big social game.
it's a big time inferiority complex thing. I think like people aren't comfortable with themselves, so they try to be better than others and use every little thing to claw and grab. Like they put on a fake personality to be all this, and then when they get bored of the game, they quit the game to be above people. It's
Yeah, like all you
It
have to
doesn't-
do is just don't say you've left the community. So like you can just be like, hey, I might just like not play as much. So like when you come back, people aren't like, oh, I thought you left the community. People are just like, oh, hey, you're playing more again.
yeah. It makes no sense to say I'm out, come back, get made fun of it, be in a cycle, say, oh, this is why I left because you guys are all mad at me. I've seen this happen
Oh,
countless
there's some
times too.
people who do that on a consistent basis.
I don't know.
Okay,
It's like
I forget who it was.
Every other
Okay,
week.
I'm pretty sure. Like a
My
name
bad,
drop,
Juan.
real fast, but Fiasco will know who I'm talking about, even though he's not here.
He's not
Someone
Oh,
Someone
no.
said in like a team, they died in Team of 3 last night. They said, "Is this really what UHC has become?" Colon
I know
slash.
what you're talking about.
Wait, they
Okay.
got
Were you expecting that?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you
yeah,
did.
yeah.
Put it in TS.
Just say who it is. Say who it
Put it in
is.
TS.
cooler.
It was Jamie
man.
the Elite.
It was.
Oh.
Wow.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Someone
I've
who's
never seen
actually an
Tux to
example
combo
of
him.
someone that attempted to climb the social ladder of UHC.
Yeah,
Tux
that's
to
true.
10-hearted him in melee, and then
And
the
I mean, if that's your thing, then great. Like, if that's what you enjoy, then okay. But we also like, in the same turn, I'm not supporting it. I think it's a dumb thing to do, and I think it's a bad use of your time. But if you don't, then whatever. It's a respectful disagree thing, I guess. But it's just a mindset I really don't see through.
And like I hate when those old guys always say how UHC is dying, but like in 2015 UHC had like servers with like 60 player slots and they're like
Not even
70
that.
player fills, and even people were happy with that. And now there's like servers with 100 player fills, 150 player fills, and people are saying how UHC is dying, but it's really not. It's just like
moving.
the
Their
people who
view UHC's dying.
yeah, like the people
Look,
who were
UHC has
there
been-
aren't there anymore. So.
UHC has never been dying. The subreddit has been dying. UHC itself has been growing ever since
Oh,
it
on
was
Twitter,
created.
Twitter is so much more busy than the subreddit's ever been.
It's because you can put whatever you want on Twitter.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I mean, that also helped the community grow, I think, and
Yeah.
learn more about each other. Like every
Twitter doesn't have a daily post though.
I think right now there's a very like distinct like you can sort of tell what the current community is just based
Yeah.
on who follows who on Twitter.
Yeah, and it's like it's cool though because people learn more about each other and they learn who they should be friends with and shouldn't, and groups have formed based on. It's less of a
Oh wow.
thing like people are
That's awesome.
friends with each other for just because they play the same game, like it's a common interest, and they just. But now people are friends with each other over common interests, and it's cool because everyone's learned more about each other because people can be more expressing it on Twitter, and there's a lot more freedom now than there ever was.
Yeah, like on
Wait, why
Twitter.
did you link that?
On
It
Twitter, you can
follows
get a
me. I
sense
went
of
to
like
check
who
who
people
follows
are
me, and
because
Why'd
Don't
you link
follows me.
that though?
Because they're not on a filter,
Just gay.
and they're not
gonna
restricted
block
to like text only. You can put a picture really easily without Diaza. You can do all sorts of things. and it's awesome.
on Twitter?
yeah, you can just tell
How
who
do I
people
delete
are because on
DMs?
Reddit, like all you're gonna see is their opinion on something. You aren't gonna tell
Yeah.
what kind of a person they are.
And the community post wasn't good enough either. Like you can't say I can't really say your daily life on there and
Yeah.
express it really well.
I think that was one of the sort of most like annoying things about the sub is you couldn't post anything non-UHC related.
Couldn't
unless
even
it was
post
on the
memes,
community
like, you
post.
couldn't
Like you
post
can
jokes.
post, you can post literally whatever you want on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like the only thing
it's-
holding you back is the character limit. Like that's
and
only-
you can
And then
just have
tweet long
use
videos,
tweet
yes.
changes, and then you can tag all your friends and live in a house with them.
Yeah.
But it
I think I got in like 5 different houses this morning.
I wasn't in any. I wasn't in any either.
I was
neither,
tough,
dude.
and now like 5 different people saying I'm gonna live in a house with you. Like, I don't care.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I think
it's,
the community's at an all-time high, in my opinion.
I think the community has not decreased since maybe early 2016. I think that might have been like a drop somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
It's
There
sort
was-
of ever since the like fairly old people have started to, you know, drift further and further apart. I think it's more solid now than it has probably been for a
I
while.
think
And it's also
towards-
because of school.
Towards the
Well.
end of Cyborg's existence is when kind of like the older people left, and those were, even though they were the ones that were popular in the community, I think they were the ones that were holding it back.
Yeah.
Because everyone looked at them as role models, and they weren't really good examples of how you, like.
Yeah, like I think now's better, and we say this obviously because we're kind of like the reason we say because we're obviously pretty satisfied with how the culture is here, and it's okay to disagree with it. But like people were a lot more filtered back then. They were a lot more. They tried to portray something they weren't almost, and everyone thought that was cool. And
Especially because people were younger as well. You're
That
very
as well.
impressionable when you're younger. Especially
Yeah.
the
Oh,
people
yeah.
who you
and those
think
people
who
were
are super
older.
cool.
Like it's like it's basically like 12-year-olds saw these big old 17-year-olds as role models. I don't know.
Yeah.
There wasn't much. There also wasn't much independent thinking because of it, and any dissidents would get downvoted, and downvotes is a horrible system because of that. But
It's essentially
That's,
why Lachlan was hated for so long.
yeah, because of downvotes. Downvotes was such a pain.
Well, that's
because-
that's just because the popular opinion of people that use the subreddit was Cut Clean is bad, but
Yeah.
the popular opinion of people who actually played the games was
Cut Clean is good.
I like Cut Clean.
If anyone's browsed a subreddit besides ultra hardcore, it's a common theme in all of them. There's the Reddit hive mind. There you usually won't find a subreddit or like multiple. They're all kind of cults almost. It's kind of weird because like you have a subreddit. They go to the subreddit for one reason. I'm gonna use the Donald Trump one for an example. And I'm not saying that's a political statement, but you know, you go on there and you see one opinion. Any dissidents gets downvoted, they're removed, whatever. Any differing opinions go away, and that's not just for them. I'm not blaming that subreddit. I'm blaming subreddits in general because the downvote system is bad, and it does not allow for freedom of thought. I think it's pretty flawed, and it's a bad way to build a community on.
Yeah.
Because it's just gonna not change until Twitter came along, and you know, one thing get a lot of retweets, another thing get a lot of retweets. It's not one or the other. You're either up or down.
Also, I think what helps on Twitter is that you choose who you follow. With the subreddit, it's not like there's a friend system, so you can like highlight people that you like are friends with or that you want to like be highlighted. I guess.
That's RES though. Not everyone has RES.
Yeah. Well, like that's really like there's not really much you can do. Like it's kind of like an open forum, which I don't think works for a community because in the old, I actually really did like people are nostalgic about the community posts. Like everyone was like, oh, I used to wait for every day to read about everyone's life. I didn't really like the community posts
Yeah.
because like you didn't get to read what you wanted to read. You got to read just like random things and then people got upvoted. Like someone could say like, oh, I had a good day today. They get 5 upvotes, or
And
something.
then someone has like a sympathy thing, and like you know, it's
That's really where the like social ladder show
Yeah,
as well.
that's why that shows an all Reddit culture
But,
that
like,
it.
the people who were popularized would just receive infinite upvotes for saying one
Yeah.
word.
I'm no social scientist, but that's like a. I don't know what word to use. I'm so sorry, but that's a core fundamental flaw of the Reddit system, the upvote downvote system, because some people get
Sure.
popular. Always, yeah, sure.
A vice.
Okay. Yeah, it's a vice. It's a parasite to Reddit in general.
I also think
you know some people are always going to get downvoted, and then if you get a new account, then your new account doesn't have any upvotes on it. So who's going to upvote that? And then you can't post for every 15 minutes, and it's pain. Like Reddit's
people just like bandwagon.
It's a very
shit.
specific Lachlan. You have issues.
Like, if one person doesn't like someone, then
Personal
they'll
experience.
not like someone. So they just get downvoted to shit, probably.
Yeah, like someone who's not liked can have the smartest idea in the world and nobody would care because it'd get downvoted. And I'm not saying like that dumbos who have flashes of brilliance like Patrick on SpongeBob did are getting tons of credit now, but it was a lot harder back then.
Like, for example, Lake made Team Health, which is pretty popular, but people don't really agree with the other things that Lake says.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
I'm a
That
very
also
agreeable
brings me
person.
to scenario posts, which
Oh yes.
Where
which-
is Team
Those are
Health?
trash. Those are so
Which-
bad.
which is a plague, and it was kind of showing how people really felt, because a lot of people had joke scenario posts, always have, always will. They get removed, and people are just like fighting for every little bit of freedom of speech they could get.
My favorite scenario was Cars 2.
Mine was Cars 1.
Really?
And that's like a
I'm a
Brandy's
I'm a
Grave
classic
Robbers was
kind
the
of guy.
pinnacle of not removed scenarios that should have been removed.
Who's the only person to have won a
Should have been
PGR game?
removed. Well, we don't know.
Maybe if she didn't make PGR, I wouldn't have won my only ever Harvard FFA.
But yeah, you can post like goofy jokes in scenario form until the cows come home, and then you get removed, and then there's more dissidents in the community and the people who take it super seriously, like it's a job, like D-Boss Baby or
I'm
Hardcore.
for you.
Those people
Recorded
are more
rounds of
removed.
business.
Yeah, and it's like a forceful, like
That's
everyone.
a server's a business.
I'm gonna get a
but, like,
Google ad.
what I'm saying is people were disagreeing with each other, and they couldn't choose who to follow, couldn't choose what to see, and it was all a big conglomeration of stuff that no matter what, you go on there, you see something you don't like, you just can't choose who you follow. Like there are people in the community who I just don't want to follow. I don't see anything they say, and I'm happy about it. It's
Pretty much.
Like,
It's
I don't want to
respectful,
hear.
just-
I
you
don't
couldn't
want to
respectfully
hear
disagree
about
back
like.
then.
I don't know. I want to hear about like Derpy Dose's fun day of making up recorded rounds.
And you know
Slash
what?
slash fake RL.
But maybe
People
someone
do
does.
want to
Maybe
know.
someone does.
And you know what
never
they
know.
do? They're separated. They made their own little Reddit, and that's also a thing that people did, but it wasn't common enough. And even then, like, it's more complicated because you have to make an entire Reddit to talk to your friends in a medium without Twitter.
Yeah, but I also think
EasyVid.
Whoa, sorry, back.
I was bringing that up, old cave. Ha ha
Like
ha,
that
that got me
naked
rolling.
Exostorio.
Hold on.
That's
Easy
a good
vid.
I'm gonna go
example.
check that subreddit. I'm gonna go see.
I don't know,
how
but the
dead it
I think
is.
a big like plus
EasyVid
that's
was-
happened in the community
Easy-
is like
slash r slash easyvid. Let's see what we got.
I think something that's helped is like moving away from recorded rounds being like the main
What?
thing that people care, because recorded rounds used to get like a ridiculous amount like of votes and attention,
They do
but like
more
people kind
now,
of move
but-
away from that and started focusing on like public games, the games that everyone plays.
Like, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest, no one wants to watch recorded rounds anymore.
No one
I do.
has for 3 years.
someone's
I s-
posted on easyvid 12
I mean,
days
I
ago.
wouldn't really say that because like
I
there's
still
people who
watch
make
it.
People
monologues
people
about
definitely
it,
do
and
like
they-
watching
yeah.
recorded rounds.
People,
but-
Some
people
people
used
still
to
do,
watch
yeah.
like
No,
we
but
don't
that-
see a lot in those, but like these new it's because there's oversaturation of them, and like now
Oh yeah.
now
They're
no
not
one
special
likes
anymore.
them. So
How
they used to
dare
be
you? I
they used
just
to be
won
special.
fishing.
You
I can
cleaned
stand
me
for
up.
this.
Congrats.
I had 55 gold.
But like recorded
Not
rounds,
happy.
like it's a very small minority of people who like them and watch them. Even though it's like it's cool for friends to come together and do, but they're not like, in my opinion, it's not as much for the recorded round itself. It's more to come together and play a little private game and have the stakes kind of high because everyone sees every perspective. But nobody
Which one?
watches for
Which
recorded
one?
rounds, kind of.
Yeah, but it's I think that a major issue that the UHC community used to have was the obsession over recorded rounds, which
Yeah.
I mean still happens.
That also
Some
goes
people-
hand in hand with the social ladder thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we're at a good
Slowly.
place with recorded rounds now because everyone's satisfied. Like everyone's in the rounds they want to be in.
With their friends, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
and it's
people
cool.
people used to view recorded rounds not as like fun events with their friends, but something that they need to do, that they need to get into to like prove themselves,
Yeah.
which I think is incredibly stupid.
I sneaked against security
Well,
UHC.
that's how it used to go. So
Yeah, it's better now though. Like everyone's separated and people are kind of they're more in their own lane. Like everyone's kind of doing their thing right now.
They're doing
and,
what they want to do rather than what
Yeah.
they think they have to do.
And there's no hive mind because the upvotes downvotes are gone. Like things are a lot better now, I'd say. and not everyone disagrees, but a lot of people left too because of it. And it's whatever, but no, everyone's a lot more satisfied now. I think like
Yeah.
it's a lot easier to be satisfied. Like back then, Harvard and what's it, like, the PPP group? I'll call them that. I don't know what they're called anymore. I'm so sorry, guys.
I
But, like,
think it's PPP.
we're just like we're an example of two groups that's kind of parallel to each other, kind of doing the same thing, kind of not.
Coexisting.
Talking about totally different things, but we're coexisting. We don't fight or anything. Like I'd say the more separated different people are, the better. And
Multi-X-rated.
I think he's
dude, I
getting
don't even
no
know.
action.
I do
you talking
think
about
that
Wolfgang?
Oh, aeroplane.
I do
How's
think
it
that
sound?
it's interesting
Oh,
seeing
sorry.
like I don't know, like subgroups develop.
Trains can fly.
It is cool, yeah. And it shows a lot about people because they chill with who they want to. And I mean, I'm talking like I'm trying to sell people something, but it's actually like way better. Like it's not like I don't know. It's what I actually think about it, and I'm glad we're at this point because I think if things went the way they did, and we continued on that path, and it got more extreme the way it was with the social ladder climbing being important and having a hive mind, I wouldn't be here anymore, probably. So, cool. I think we've beaten that topic pretty well into the ground. What do you guys have to say?
Yeah, I think you did very well with that.
Let's beat it again.
One more round. All right. The subreddit's awful.
I think there's just restriction needs to come back, you know.
Oh,
wait, no,
Be on the lookout.
when is it gonna come
Restriction
back?
is a good word. Everyone was restricted back then, and now things can get cataclysmic.
Now they're set
but-
free.
Will we see a return of my favorite RR team?
We just have to make the world
Well, that's
stop.
unknown.
No.
We'll
Hey,
keep going till the end.
Make the world
that's a-
stop was a
this
fantastic
unknown
round.
is very good RR, promise.
Arius people. All right. Well, what's next?
Best players?
I thought
Restriction.
influence of old players. Have we done that one yet?
No, we haven't.
Kind of like the
You
hive
had
mind was a
touched
big
it
part
a
of
little
that.
bit.
Yeah. Do you
I
guys?
think I
wanna have a full-
said something about it. That had to go eat dinner, which was
Yeah,
disgusting. by the
we were
way.
talking about a certain boy and a certain pro who kind of do this, but it does go on where people kind of say they leave and don't leave, and I think I don't know. Anyone have any thoughts? I've kind of hit a wall here.
Oh,
Yeah,
if you want to leave, you should leave. If you want to leave for attention, don't like come back. Don't if you say you're gonna leave, like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's difficult
No.
because people, especially in the community of people like teenagers practically,
Yeah.
it's very like making a decision. I'm not gonna do this anymore. Like there's nothing stopping you from coming back. And it's not
Yeah.
like it's like a drug or something that you like should stop. It's not something terrible, and it's not something you should be ashamed of playing. So
Yeah. I think. Anyone have a bit more to say about that?
No.
that's a good point.
Alright, yeah. Did
Wait,
we talk
what
about how
just
like the actual
Oh,
like
I got
games
it.
are influenced by them? Or the actual like UHCs are influenced by like old players that don't have any say. That shouldn't have any say anymore.
The
Alright.
calendar shows the influence, and I'm talking about the good games, but like the games and the attitude reflect each other. They play off each other. Everything's kind of connected if you
Think
think
they
hard
fuck
enough
each other?
about it. Yes.
I think that Lanner's influenced
the
the,
baby?
long range meta.
Oh my god, no.
Honest.
Please
Inspired
stop
by
that.
him personally.
Also, EU versus NA differences is really interesting in the playstyle, the attitudes, and how like things have.
And pop culture.
You need
Yeah, they're kinda
so much
parallel.
patience to win an EU game.
It's trending. It's not just EU. It's trending over.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, I'm gonna say,
NA games are
recently, I got like far into EU art game and I ended up winning it. By the way,
Oh.
twitter.com/the_league_. And so the final fight was me versus Walrus time. And the host was Max organized, and I was in his channel, or he was in my channel, and I was just like, "Does every game end like this?"
Yeah, Max loves hosting meetups.
And that was like nothing against Walrus time, but just playing an EU FFA was so much different than playing like an NA
It's-
FFA. Like,
It's much more painful.
No, let's put all that aside though.
Pain.
Like, I want to talk about the we've already established what we feel
It's like
about
just
it.
a
Like,
bunch of hunters running around.
God.
That
Think
is the
about
best
how
way
it
to
happened.
explain it.
I had a
actually.
nightmare about that once.
Think about how it happened. Like, I don't know, like, what do you guys think? Any kind of groundbreaking?
No, but the
thoughts on
thing is,
why it's
like,
that?
it doesn't that strategy of let's long range everyone, like, it doesn't work.
What I'm
Everyone
saying is,
does
are
it.
they ahead in the meta, or are they behind us?
Behind.
Well,
Behind, it's
Parallel.
clearly trending
The
The
towards
thing
melee.
is that the only people that can melee on EU tend
Leeg,
to
we're in the same
win,
game.
or at least do well in EU
Oh.
games.
Ribo.
See, that's the kind of thing I was wondering.
Vulcan.
Like, I don't play
Ribo
those games.
Glenn.
Like, yeah, Vulcan, Ribo, kind of, I guess, Glenn.
yeah,
Glenn
Glenn's
can, I'm
good at
pretty sure.
melee.
Yep, those people win, and that's interesting. But like, what
Walrus
about?
time.
I'm thinking about how they're so
Where's Hunt?
parallel to each other, and like we kind of can learn about how a community
The
develops by
gap
looking
on
at the
EU
two.
is much larger as well between
It's
the
like
good
jumping
players
off
and
a
the bad
fucking
players.
building for like the good players. Like good players on top, and you jump off like a skyscraper, and then you're at the bottom players. It's not like if you jump off like a computer desk or something for an A.
Maybe I'm thinking like the meta is kind of over there, like out in the meta, and almost maybe not the attitude, but kind of to a point is where we'd be right now without the huge changes we've had on NA. Like that's what I've been wondering about. Like those changes come hand in hand, the meta and culture, and how did that work? Like what happened in EU?
I also think a big difference between NA and EU is that NA still kind of has like the social ladder that we were talking about before. I think that is non-existent in EU.
Yeah. No one really
Well,
cares
yeah,
about their
the-
position in the EU. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not completely true, but like, way less important
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
desirable.
It's not that
There's less
important in
EU
NA.
players.
Yeah,
That's
like
true.
NA, UHC is pretty much an well, not always, but typically it's an NA game at this point. Like,
Oh, actually, I thought of something. Like, the EU community is different because a lot of people don't speak English over there, and it's kind of hard to be unified. And they really fragmented because like nobody can talk to each other almost, and cultural differences are so.
I mean, there's some South Americans.
I know, but, like,
That's the bad.
South
We love
Americans
South
are more
Americans.
American than Frenchies are Spanish.
I mean, no, but I mean, like, not everyone is like daffs and can be perfectly fluent in both languages. But like, there's
Yeah.
South
It's not
Americans
perfect. Daffs is
that
perfect.
Yeah, but
Come on.
yeah, that happens here. But look over there, they have what's it called? They got Frenchies, Spaniards, Germans.
I
They have
know. I know it's like they go over there and
Extrême-moi.
it's like the French Revolution. You come over here, it's like the Spanish Revolution.
yeah.
Like World War III is
There's-
about to happen.
But it's obvious that right here we have the dominant cultures, English, American, all
Frenchies
over here.
learn
But
more
there's
cyber, to be fair.
Is this like
In
low key
cyber
white
guides,
supremacy?
There have been like a lot
It's
less
high
French
key.
people in games.
just low key.
It also
It's-
help that French
Sponsored by
people
the
are
Great
actually.
White
I feel like they're
Sharks.
better than the average like South American.
Frenchies? Oh
Yeah.
fuck yeah! No, they're all really
Yeah.
good.
Frenchies are really
Like-
good.
well, look
they're
at the
better than
YouTubers they
that.
have to look up to, like
Clement
compared to the
Swayze.
SA guys.
Exhibit A, Magna Quile.
SA players are way more emotional. They're looking up to Marky Lacorius, and the Frenchies have like
Oh no.
the
Well,
Frenchies
Well,
are
Whoever the
yeah,
fuck
Clem.
Lorama is.
Grab
running
don't
around
post
saying
videos.
Jean and shooting
Jean?
everyone they look at.
You know, they should definitely look up the Oscar.
That's the fucking Oscar
Yeah.
300,
What?
dude.
I think they should really look up the Oscar. He's an inspiration.
And No Boy follows me on Twitter. That guy's cool.
No Boy is like the Algerian Oscar.
Yeah, he
Is
is.
he
He's-
Algerian?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
how he started talking to Bliv.
Yeah, they're French though, aren't they? Like they're French.
he's French Algerian.
Yeah. Like a French Canadian, but anyway, let's go next up in the podcast. Let's go.
Kazaton is Algerian.
What,
Did we
what is that
change?
next? I closed the book.
We change it up next. What are we talking about now?
Best players, like of all time.
I think
Yeah.
I think we've done that like
Talked
3
about that before,
times.
though.
I think like the best player right now is probably a tie between Not Sugar and
Yeah.
Alright,
Ride
it's
Ride
Zebrix.
Boy.
It's separate.
It's
Scott
Zebrix. Yeah, it's just Zebrix.
It
no
depends
one
on
he
how long
plays-
he's gonna dominate though.
Noah can win any game he plays, but Zebrix
I
Zebrix
just
is
more
one of
want
his
to
often.
Just
games.
say we
He's
lost.
literally always a threat.
And it was
Hang
one of
Ribo's
his-
up there.
Rivo and Vulcan for EU right now, in my opinion.
Eh.
I don't know.
I think
Vulcan
Team Big
barely-
Sam is number
I
one.
think
I don't
so.
really see Vulcan win EU games. Though.
He like.
Because he barely plays them.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
He
Like,
hates
'cause-
them.
I'm not gonna lie. Personally, EU FFAs particularly. No, team games are completely different. But EU FFAs, I find it very, very easy to do well in. You just have to wait.
Yeah, no,
If
you're
you
a
want
patient
the
player.
win, you have to wait. You have to be patient. You have to take the right fights. But I
And
cannot
Glenn
be
also,
bothered to
for
do
EU.
that. It takes so much time. EU meetups, I think, last probably at least twice as long as the average NA meetup.
They do.
Yeah.
But yeah, like in Arctic games, a lot of Arctic FFAs, I've just gone to 0-0 on Enchanted, and then I've come out full Diamond, Enchanted, Powerful, whatever. And that's just from, like, yeah, just killing people. And then,
Oh, we
but
got
then,
Big Shot Sam here.
as you get into meetup, it's then you have to wait, you have to fight the right people and things like that at the right time. And I don't care, I just want to fight people.
And
That's why I don't win a lot of the FFAs. Even if you
why
see
I also
me
hate
top
EU
Friday.
games. They're
Can I
so
have your
fucking
autograph?
boring.
You may.
I think it's
you.
more fun to get kills than go for the win if it means like waiting 2 hours to get a one tap.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know if... Okay. Do you know what happened in the ending of that Arctic game last night? Fiasco?
Pretty vague.
Which one?
The team of 3 with the Checo team and the
Oh, no.
DCG Unknown Underground.
Oh no, what happened?
Don't forget about Penguins.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
what
Penguins
happened
are
there?
too. DCG Unknown targeted Checo's team. Once he killed one of them, he said target Gray, which was Noah's team. He like spammed it in chat. Like after he killed 2 of them and he gave him, I don't know. He's just like he was not the smartest there,
What?
but they just get free. Like I don't know. If you wait it out, you get free wins basically. Like if you have healing, you can just wait. Like
Stupid.
and just auto win.
Just stupid. I like Arctic, but their meetups are so fucking cancer because they just take forever, even on NA. It's just so annoying.
They are trying to sort of improve the way that they're
I don't.
handled.
I honestly do not have a solution other than the host forcing people to fight.
Yeah, but the
Bad
thing is,
lines,
like,
yeah,
the
do
current
that.
staff, not all of
fine.
them are very capable of doing that. In fact, very few of them are.
Yeah, not. Some of them aren't capable of hosting, so.
Yeah.
At Zach083, I'm
He's
going to
been-
call
he's
you
been
directly.
Zach?
Stop
He's
hosting.
been-
I think Zach is a fantastic host.
Yeah, like the time he
Such
scattered
a
from
faggot.
0-0, I thought I won't rescatter, I can't be bothered. Let's just say everyone off
Yeah,
for a
he's
while.
been demoted. He's now in rehab.
Yeah.
His words.
Is he gonna? Is it like?
Oh,
Like I don't know how hosting is on Arctic, but it can't be that hard.
it's not.
Leon said it
Speaking of
was
that-
really easy. I mean,
I heard it's like fucking. It's like Harvard where you just hit a button.
Speaking of that,
No,
say
well,
hi
no.
to your newest Arctic staff member.
I mean, Eclipse has one command hosting. I'm pretty sure. So
He
I mean,
did it once.
I'm
Eclipse
pretty sure
really
Zach
well.
didn't do very well in that. Unfortunately, I've heard.
How?
How'd you
But-
mess up one command host?
God.
A little birdie told me that one wasn't.
Was it
Oh,
Max?
little-
Because I think
little
I've
Maxi
seen
birdie.
that.
A little birdie.
Little Maxi poo.
Is it a birdie wordy?
Maxi Waxy in his right.
Maxi Waxy.
Maxi Wacky C, the birdie wordy.
Please refrain.
Yes.
Anyway, we've been recording for 53 minutes now. If you want to wrap it up,
Well-
unless you got anything else to talk about.
Are we
Yeah,
going to talk about the top 10 and who we think's been the most dominant player?
Nah, we
Alright.
really need to do
It's
it.
pretty self-explanatory.
Do you want to just like take a break?
I don't know,
and
I
see
think
if we
it's-
can think of anything else.
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
Commercial break.
I'm just gonna say this. I think it's kind of cringy to rate players in a luck-based game.
Mind play.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty easy because some people win, some people don't. Tom was talking about it. The luck,
Yeah.
the luck
Like-
exists, but it's how you react to the luck and how you do with the luck.
I don't know.
What's that-
I
what's
just
that
think
quote?
it's
Um,
kind of it should be treated as more of a casual game,
It's,
just
it's
because
better
it's
to be lucky than good.
It's like UHC. It's like you don't make choices, but choices make you.
wow.
Yeah,
that's
that's deep.
That's
God.
some philosophy shit.
I like
right
that.
there.
I like that.
that's some like philosophy talk.
I'm just
there.
smarter than everyone.
The philosophy talk. So,
I am the Saboteur.
Okay, we're back. Welcome back.
I'm the god of Lake.
Yeah, so
Hey,
um,
We're talking about rant accounts. What is cool to do with them? What's not cool? What we think's acceptable?
I think you mean
Uh,
private account.
What probably
Yeah, it's
shouldn't.
called a private account.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
All right. Well.
I personally think you should retweet cat pictures on them.
Ooh.
yeah,
My
well,
opinion.
no.
All right, yeah, I think I like using them for stuff you don't want anyone to see. Like, Big Z could see stuff. Like, you don't want that to happen.
Oh.
Reggie could see, like the people who maybe wouldn't be comfortable with.
I mean, I feel like that's a fairly like obvious thing though. Like it's private for a reason. You don't want people seeing stuff, but like if
Yeah,
I feel like honestly, my opinion on this has changed. But if you want to like get pop people there, as long as you know it's not gonna get out. I mean, it's not. Let me rephrase that. If you wanna voice your displeasures with something or a situation or someone, that's fine. But like if you're doing something like I don't know, making the account like solely to shit talk people.
Yeah.
And then getting mad when it gets leaked? That's kind of dumb. One certain person.
This all started with UHC rant leakers as well.
That was still one of the funniest things we've
That's hilarious.
ever
but,
seen.
Yeah.
Who was
the
that?
voice of the people.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like Nimin?
Who knows?
Yeah, that's gonna
yes.
remain a mystery.
He may have been involved.
Yes.
Okay.
The answer is yes. That was Nimin.
Okay, thank you.
Anyways, but
Now it's
yeah,
NSFW banned.
what's unacceptable to do on them is obviously just talk bad, and like if you're not, there's good uses of it. Like you don't want everyone to see like how you did in school or a picture of you with your friends or something or what you're doing. Like people like to keep up with
Or
each other.
prom
posting their
pictures or
friends.
homecoming pictures.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's a good place for that, but it's not a good place to like you can't really expect things to. It's not a perfect little visor and a shield from the outside, kind of, because if you talk bad about someone, someone's going to get upset. There's a victim to that. There's no victim when you're just posting a picture, a fun picture, doing something, that's just about your life. There's no victim, and no one's going to react to it badly like that. But if you're using it to talk bad about someone, there's a victim, someone will get upset. It's inevitable. Like you're asking for it almost, and I think the very best way to do it is in a private TeamSpeak channel when you're talking out loud or in messages or maybe a little small group chat. Keep it on the level. Like, don't go out.
You did not just do that.
If you accept like over, I can't imagine one person that can meet me with like, I can't tell you. Like, if you have 40 people on there or more, like there's gonna be one person who's gonna like the person you're going to be talking bad about. It's inevitable.
Oh yeah, no,
There's
definitely.
yeah, like 40's pushing it.
I have like 43, but like I just kind of use mine as like an IRL account, honestly.
Yeah,
You know.
like if you talk
Like,
bad
that's-
about people, you're gonna be talking to one of their friends probably because it works that way.
Yeah, but that's why I
everyone has
don't
a
put
friend.
anything. If I'm gonna put something on like my private account, I'm not gonna talk about someone like directly, really, or I try not to. But because if you talk about someone, like you have to think there's always the potential that they could see this.
Yeah, if you're not comfy with people seeing what you have to say, then you shouldn't say it. Whenever I say something on mine, I typically think like, if they saw it, do I really mean this? Am I really mad at them? Like, if you're gonna say something in that regard, then make sure you really are comfortable with what you said. So when they do see it, they'll know how you truly feel, I guess. So you're really feeling those convictions, but other than that, like just use it. But don't expect it to not get leaked. Don't expect it like it. I'm sure it's not like a great thing to feel, but don't. It's unrealistic. That's just not how people work.
Yeah. I don't know. I do think that it like the concept of having like a private account to talk about things that are happening, I think that's something that works in the community where you have a lot of friends, but for like people that do have like a lot of friends, like they're able to put something out there that they want people, a select few group of people that they wouldn't really want to put on their main Twitter.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of their place to do it. But you probably shouldn't make the mistake of thinking like I should start like using like this is like a perfect like a safe haven where I can get away with anything, because a lot of people treat the internet like that when it can get back to you, and it has gotten back to people.
Yeah,
like
we've seen
it has affected people's real lives because of what they've said in the UHC community.
I don't
Yeah,
understand how the fuck you can expect something to not get leaked. Like ever, how you can ever have that expectation that at least some stuff won't get leaked. Like even no matter, people will be like, people.
I don't know.
can
I
be
kind of feel like it's
shitty.
like a human, like human nature that they want like to tell someone something, especially online, because they feel like they can get away with it because it's like a kind of like a place where they don't have to worry about like select rules, I guess.
They don't have to
Yeah,
the consequences.
even if someone has like a good friend and they're on each other's private account, someone could have a friend that they talk bad about, and even if they're not closer with the person they talk bad about, they can tell them because they feel like they're protecting them almost. They feel like it's the right thing to do. I don't know. It's not always bad intentions to sneak something, but like, it's you can't think you're safe. There's always gonna be something that'll get figured out.
Kind of silly. Right? And you can expect everything you want, but it's still.
Welcome back, Simply.
Nothing's ever gonna be
Where were you
perfect.
guys at?
We're talking about rant accounts and private accounts and what they should be used for.
Okay.
And how when will people learn their actions have consequences?
Never.
I mean, it's just not safe, and sometimes it doesn't work out. And in that breath, how about that not safe for work account drama that happened?
Okay, well, we'll just touch on this briefly.
Yeah.
There's one side to it, and if you're not on that side, you're a fucking idiot. It was not right.
Yeah, it was pretty messed up. And
Inexcusable, if you will.
And
if you try to justify it in any way, shape, or form, you're just making yourself look like a fucking idiot.
The fact that it wasn't thought about before it happened, and he was comfortable enough to say it publicly and talk about it and not be like, with no shame, that's concerning.
Like, it's just like, why'd it have to happen? Like, I don't do what you want if you want to do it. Just don't fucking bring it up in public because people are gonna hate it.
Yeah, don't ask, don't tell is a good policy with that.
Dude, like I've seen the argument like they should have known better, but it's still impersonating what they like who they thought was like their friend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for the actual like W. Leonard thing. That was also pretty inexcusable. I didn't really fuck with that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was funny. I'm not gonna act like I'm all high and mighty. I thought it was hilarious, but that's just because I think Zevic's hilarious.
I would never, I think it's completely wrong, and I don't think the person that did it or the victims justify.
Yeah.
Oh no, not at all. I mean,
Go ahead,
that being said, I can't say it wasn't funny, but like it was funny, but it's just like really like why?
I'm gonna make a PSA.
It didn't need to happen.
I think Zepic's hilarious. I don't think he's all bad of a guy, but he does stuff that I think crosses the line. Like
I mean,
does take it a bit
undoubtedly.
too far. Yeah, it is
At
not.
least, like, when
always
people sort of brought up that maybe he shouldn't be sharing, like, the personal information. He took that down. So really, all the stuff that was like leaked was all just shit talking of people and their friends.
Yeah.
So he had some decency.
Unknown Season 2 comes out.
He had some, he had some, morality to it, but it still just wasn't something I would have liked to happen to me.
But it still goes to show, like, if you want to say something like bad about someone, like, you need to be sure that who you're talking to is someone you can trust, and if you don't have someone like that, then you should just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
And just keep it inside of you.
I forgot about that.
Wait, what quote?
The
Vegas
thing.
What?
And
Well, this keep
inside
it
of you.
with you, and don't,
And
say,
don't say
it.
it.
I think you're saying it's like yawn or something.
Don't say it to Jan.
Wait,
It was his banner for a long
wait,
time.
wait.
What a nutshell.
Wait, can you say it again?
Well,
And,
this
and
keep-
I think Jan was like shit talking, and then Vegas is like, and this keep it inside of you, and do not say it. And then Jan was just like, what the fuck are you saying? What the fuck does it mean?
I thought you were gonna use the quote, the stop ostracizing.
I'll see if I can find it.
There's some unintelligent people in this community.
No.
I mean, I know English isn't the first language. I'm not dissing his English skills. It's just like I'm dissing the fact that he said something so fucking retarded.
That's old though. That's
That
old.
kind of contradicts what we were just,
Contradicts?
I can't
Contradicts.
talk, okay?
Oh, that's
Counter-
Contradicts. I can talk now.
Kickheads.
Alright, who's excited for
I don't know. I do
three?
think that kind of contradicts what we were just saying, but I do think if you call out someone for being stupid, like saying something stupid in public, that's just like there's a difference between like I want to take like I don't think it's that bad to like call out for people, but some of the stuff that Ribo does is not
Oh
good.
no, definitely
Oh
not.
yeah, right.
Like don't do that. That's something you should not do.
A lot of that stuff is not Sugar at all.
Like just keep it inside of you and don't say it.
Just keep that stuff inside of you.
It's
Don't say
honestly good advice. Like, I mean, he phrased it horribly, but it's like,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was right, but he just
Veggie
said
was
it
ahead of
wrong.
his time.
the
Yeah.
fucking dog on wheels.
It's a dog with a
And
fucking
honestly,
on
I
his
don't
head.
even
When
think
the wheels
Vegas
start
is that
rolling.
bad of a guy. I think he has good intentions.
Oh, for
Honestly,
sure. Yeah.
I think people hold grudges against him because of stuff that he said, but like he's I
He's just a
don't-
dog with a
he's-
bucket on his head, brother. That's not it.
No. I'm gonna just like I don't know. I've given up. I'm just gonna let him do his own thing. He'll do his own thing. He'll go off.
Yeah, that's the thing about Twitter, man. Like, so long as
Yeah,
there's
like
no
you
overlap.
can say like what it doesn't mean that you should say whatever you want, but you can.
You should
Yeah.
just block everyone you hate.
Yeah.
I do
If
think
they-
that
if
okay.
they
I do
let
think
it
that people
outside of
shame
them,
people about
keep it
blocking.
outside of you.
I think blocking people is a very acceptable thing to do.
Good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
If you don't want to start shit, just block them. You live
Yeah.
with them. Like, it's
It's-
perfect.
Yeah.
like I remember what is it called? One day, like I was doing homework and Aviture like tweeted at me something negative. I forget what it was, but it was like I was just like I don't care. I'm doing something right now. I can't get back to you on this. And he was like, "Oh, really? Did you really just block me for just you saying that?" And I was like, "No, like I." And then I unblocked him, but he had blocked me again. He had blocked
Wow.
me back. So
That's the old chess move, the counter block.
I'm still blocked to this day, actually.
Dang.
I
Feeling
am
kind of
unblocked.
cute right now. I might delete this in a bit.
Yeah, I think we went on for a bit too long.
No,
Okay, let's just keep. Okay, it's okay
it's
though.
fine. We haven't done any of these in 6
What show? What
months.
show?
Bro, Andy B-Ball's back to hosting.
Really?
Yes.
I'm pumped.
Oblivion.
Okay,
Oblivion.
that's someone like
Let's talk about the quality of hosting on the subreddit.
I think
Oh,
it's
that-
trash.
that-
I think
we could go on forever.
I think
about that.
the actual games are okay, depending on the moderation, but the moderation is like
Yeah.
All over the place.
It's thumbs down emoji.
There's so many servers held back by the dumb people they add, but there's not enough smart people to go around that are motivated enough. Because if someone's smart, they realize, oh, what am I doing? And then they just win.
fucking bounce.
Like, for
Yeah.
example, if you make the mistake of messing up, like, and then hosting another game that day and making the same exact mistake, you shouldn't be hosting.
Add a certain blue Yoshi.
Happy
Feeling
like
blue
birthday.
today.
Not bluest Yoshi. But
Feeling
No,
blue
no.
in this. Mentally blue.
bluest,
Fuck.
bluest.
Feeling really Zacko
Well,
through it.
happy
now, I
late
believe the son of
birthday,
a-
Blues.
Happy birthday, Blues. Oh shit, I crashed Architect.
Wait, Lewis. I missed your birthday. You have another one this
Do you know
month?
that? Do you know that story, Lachlan? Do you know that?
No.
Oh, okay, so
Here,
it was.
tell the viewers and me.
Okay, can we quickly talk about something? Okay. This is obviously it doesn't matter anymore because Zacko 3 is hosting, but I think the suggestion system that some hosts have, where their host what their players like suggest, is absolutely awful. Because I've seen other people do it before. I know Colin Coco does it, but it is not a good idea because the player that's actually going to go out of their way and suggest a game mode isn't going to suggest a good game mode.
Yeah,
Like,
like, they've been thinking
who
way
was-
too hard.
Someone was typing up a suggestion and then he just got death kicked.
What?
I think it was Gabe or something.
Oh.
Oh, that's,
Oh, no.
that's not what he's talking
That was on a
about,
clip.
Leo.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you were talking about like
He
writing a
means like
suggestion.
some hosts have like a Google Doc where they're like, "What would you like me to host? I'll host it in a week or so."
Oh.
No,
Almost
you can like
anything.
I know someone.
Yeah, you don't
Um,
become a man of the people, you become a man of the Dumbo person, and then it's like... That's not
No, I know
what
Zacko
Donald
3 had a
Trump was
document.
planting
You got
in
to
his
choose
brain.
every single config option. Like you could put like flint rates 5% if you wanted to.
Wow.
And he toasted. He toasted.
He's
Like-
just like, I just do what the people ask me to do. I'm like, sometimes the
One
people
person.
ask you to do stupid things.
Like,
It's like-
he hosted a game mode where if you get kills, a mob spawns on you.
That was an awesome game.
That was
Oh,
not an
yeah.
awesome game.
And you had to kill
Uh-oh.
that mob to get the gear.
Yeah, you had to kill the mob to
Purp
get
had
the
to
gear.
kill
Oh,
like 5 Ender
no.
Dragons.
But the catch is once you get 10 kills, it's an Ender Dragon every single time you get a
Dude.
kill.
Brilliant.
I
Yeah,
loot
but-
swooped 70 levels from Purp. I was
Here's
so
the
close to a
Fiasco.
power 5. And then I
This
got killed.
I had a
Flames.
power 5 and a sharp 5, but I
How'd you
couldn't
not
get
get-
healing because I had to kill a dragon every time.
Alright,
How'd you not get power
in
5 for
this
70
picture,
levels?
Donald Trump is Zacko83, and Plankton is the Dumbo player who has a really smart idea about what UFC should happen. And that... It's not good. It just takes up a calendar slot. People are upset just because one person thinks, wow, like, what about
Okay.
Boss Baby?
Lachlan.
And you have to call him and then craft a phone. Like,
Lachlan.
yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
do you want to hear what happened in Zacko 3?
Back into Zacko.
Okay, so it was an anonymous game, and like you can't if you type over 16 like remember the old glitch when like team create was a thing where some people would accidentally put two names together instead of spacing it?
Yeah.
It would crash the server because the name was over 16 characters.
Yeah.
Well, if you do like an anonymous name over 16 characters, it crashes the server. And he did that in the game. Like, it's fine. It's an honest mistake. It was his first time hosting anonymous. But then, like 3 hours later, he hosted it again, and he made the same exact mistake. The same
No.
exact IGN.
No, he
Yeah.
kinda did,
Happy birthday.
but he forgot to like reset it.
Yeah,
He forgot to
didn't-
reset the old
He didn't
one.
reset the one that was saved, so when people started to join, the saved one from earlier was loaded. And
Like,
then
happy
it went
birthday,
back,
Blues was
so-
trying to join Architect, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh no. It's pretty funny. Because I went on Twitter and I was like, you
Such a-
shit host, stop hosting, and he was just like, I'm going crazy. It's like,
It's such a creepy thing too. Like, happy birthday, boys.
Zacko is a character.
His birthday just got ruined.
Like when you did,
Oh.
like when you did the battle
No,
royale game.
It
You
wasn't
see
even-
the
it
blue
wasn't even
Yoshis are
over
looking out
16
for each other.
letters. It wasn't even over 16 letters. Blue Yoshi's just such a character.
No, he was naming it Happy Birthday Bluest.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, you know, that's even better.
Like he could have done Happy Birthday
Or,
or,
HBD
like-
Bluest.
or Bluest Birthday or something like that.
Bluest.
Or, yeah,
You
or,
know.
or you know, just his IGN.
But no.
He has a pretty trash IGN.
Or
as well,
preambly.
but- Like, why would you make Bluest plural?
Because
Well,
Blue is
there's
called
a-
Yoshis.
I'm also pretty sure part of the problem was that when you set an anonymous IGN, it has to be an actual player that like exists.
Does it? Would it not just give
We
a
have
Steve
yet to
skin?
find Happy Birthday Bluest, so does not exist. There's no proof.
On
When will
that
people
note,
learn their
Okay,
actions
I'm gonna
have
go have dinner.
consequences?
Are we?
Alright,
We're done
we
with
can-
the
we
podcast.
can
The
end it
podcast
off.
ended like
Yeah.
20 minutes ago, right?
No.
I'll edit it and do
Okay.
things.
Here, we can record an outro right now.
No, keep this in there. That was good. That's funny.
Alright, yeah.
Okay.
The people
Say.
love it. It's like everybody loves Raymond.
Alright, so yeah, that's the last one. I don't know when you should expect another one to come out. Or that's the end of this one. It's not the last one. It might be.
that's the last podcast ever.
We plan on
We'll
we
probably
plan
do
on keep
another one by
doing
the time
these.
summer ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to keep doing these. Like I work pretty much every weekend,
You know how,
and a lot of other people are always unavailable.
yeah,
So,
local women tweet out like no brawl summer 2K17. Well, it's been no podcast all summer until now, and we're trying to change that.
why did you see that?
The podcast drought.
But no, here's the issue: is that like, or we can probably
No,
do
bro.
some now that school's gonna be out, but Leeg couldn't do during the week.
Yeah.
Sam couldn't do that late, and Fiasco couldn't really do the weekends because he usually works on the weekends. So,
And I was out and about.
Lachlan's living his own life.
This is a rare
Yeah.
thing for me not to be working and not
Yeah.
get 10-hour shift on a Saturday. Like,
You guys
this
should
is
be lucky
cool.
we're here right now, taking the time out of our day.
And if you don't like it, don't play. Watch it.
Don't like it, don't play
it.
I'm pretty sure Zachary 3 used that after
No,
dark.
Silver Tooth was the
That
man
was
who did it.
undauntable.
Alright, thanks
On
for
that
watching.
note,